Good afternoon, Ryu. How are you doing? You're such a silly bean. Literally every single time. There are a few things given in life. Being born, death, being baseball batted by Ryu as soon as you click start stream. I'm doing goody. Obviously a little bit of a late start today. I was pretty much just cleaning up the house a little bit because hyperfixation go brrr. But I'm doing goody. Classic me? What do you mean classic me? What the hyperfixation, the cleaning the house, being a good guy? What is classic me? Being a baseball batted in the face, I guess. Also, good afternoon, Milka. Is this your love language? Baseball bat to the face? Is that what that is? Sounds about right. So I'll be spending some time this weekend actually looking at my to-do list and adding some new things in. Let me get my notification now and I'll have a look what I was going to do. That was it. I was going to sort the berry goal out. Because it's not it's never been close recently to hitting the berry goal. But if it does get hit, I want it to actually do something. So that's what I'll be working on this weekend. Because that one's going to take me a while to do. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Almost done. If it didn't make the noise, unsubscribing? What do you mean it didn't make the noise? Give me a second. I'll have a look at it. It should do. Because I had it on my side. Let me get my last notification out and I'll have a look at it. Where's my blue sky? There it is. Mocha, you have to officially be nice to me next week because it is World Lalafell Day next week. And since I am a Lalafell, I am Poketo, you gotta be nice to me. You'll think about it. That's better than nothing. Why is this so out of order? That's probably why. All right, let me have a look why this didn't work. Did it not make the audio? Because I can hear it. I won't be able to fix this if nothing's said. Did anybody hear that previous redeem? There's no World Rothgar Day? Then if there's no World Rothgar Day, you need to make it. Still no audio? Bro? Why can I hear it then? All right, let me try one more thing then and see if this works. Nothing? All right, I guess I'll restart StreamerBot then. Because that is the only thing I can think of doing. Yep, it's tech support stream now. I wouldn't be a streamer if there was no tech support segments. Though, I haven't had one in a while. I haven't had a tech support stream in a while. All right, I'm doing it in a different scene. I just want to see if it's the start of it. Because I can hear these fine, so I don't know why nobody else can. Still nothing? I need feedback after every one if somebody is available. Otherwise, I will not be spending the time to fix it. Okay, thank you. I think it just might be an issue with StreamerBot. Because it is being stupidly laggy, and every time I click on something, it is breaking. Which has never happened before. Okay, I'm going to leave it be. I'm not going to touch this. This is something I cannot fix right now.
Hello, I'm Kevin from Microsoft. How can I help you?
Oh god, please no. I've already told you of my horror stories when I called Microsoft. Please tell me you can hear fish. You can hear fish, right? Good. Okay, well, not good, because that kind of doesn't narrow down the issue as to why you can't hear the OEI. So let me get this up. So you see here, it's right there. Choosing the audio that is on this scene, and I test it. I can hear it fine. It is right here. I can hear it. It's at 50%. It plays fine. So every time I click test, it is working fine. But then you can't. So I'm just gonna go through and see if we can find one that does work. You're sending to your headset, not the stream, no. Yeah, I know. I'm sending to my headset. That's how this works. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's how it works. Because look, I've got everything. This is how I split it. This is an audio splitter. So you send it to this is how it has always been. I have changed nothing. It has always worked. This is how it has been always. Because it's an output. It's an audio output. So of course you send it to your headset. So I see in here that it's on this channel, which is the one which I want it to be on. I see it because you can hear the game audio, correct? And you're supposed to send it to the splitter, which then deals with it, though? Okay. I send it to my splitter, and then... How do I turn off stream preview so I don't... There we go. So, see in OBS, right down here, I've got my alerts, I've got my chat audio, I've got fish, I've got my mic, got my sound alerts, and I've got my VeeTuber, yeah? You should still be able to hear it regardless of the scene you are in. Even if I send it down the chat audio, it doesn't work. Because this is all, this is the one. It made me look like an absolute idiot. It made me look like an absolute idiot. It works now. This was the one. It was always on. This was the one. It was always on. It was not on my headphones. It was on this one. I sent it direct to my splitter through all channels, and it was not working. I changed nothing, and it broke at the start of the stream. It was on my headset. I changed nothing. Because I was going through the entire list. Wah, fucking wah. Anyway, hi. Sounds don't play unless I do that. Stream bot silly. It can be dumb sometimes, but this is the only time this has happened to me. This is the one time this has happened to me, and I don't know why. Hey, dear. You're just used to it at this point. Very much understandable. It can be dumb. It can be stupid. Oh well. Anyway. Tech support segment over, I guess. I was helping a couple of friends out with Endwalker last night, and I cried again. They just got to help us. And they literally just met Meteon. So, yeah. I cried. Anyway, I'm doing my role quest today. Let me see where I left off. Okay. I did my tank, I've done my physical range DPS, and I think I said I was going to be doing my healer one next. I'm pretty sure it was my healer one I was going to be doing next. Baku, I'm going to bite you. Did I not send you the picture what I was doing last night? Where is it? There it is. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm not one for idle small talk. You know this. If I'm going to talk to someone, there will be a topic. Why Lalafell's always sitting? What do you mean? There's a Lalafell in the background of that image who's standing. What business do you have with me? You're the one who looked at me. My apologies. You are Brook Yuvu's guest, were you not? I am Naipin. I have journeyed far from the northern village of Shaktaral to reach this grand city. That's just sitting but upright. Huh? Tell me, traveler, what is your name? Damn it, I need to change my earring. I just realized I need to glamour over that. Chip, rest assured I shall remember it. A shame that we must meet under these unfortunate circumstances. My village's prized possession was among the treasures stolen by the passage of the Unbound. It is known as the Heart Sting, and the soul of a dread scorpion. One of the Tural of Idral is sealed with it. The creature once hunted its prey using an array of toxins produced within its body, and was a menace to all. Out of all of the treasures thus far, this one seems the most dangerous. Those granted the Heartsting's gifts may wield this fearsome power as they see fit. We believe the thieves have already taken it across the ocean to Eorzea, and will doubtless wreak havoc in the wrong hands. Thus, I seek a healer to remedy any harm wrought by the Heartsting's toxins in that faraway land. I won't mince words. You are precisely the sort of man I seek, and we must act quickly to avoid the worst. We will lend us your aid. That's what I do best. You have my gratitude. To the matter at hand, then. While I was making my inquiries here in Tuliolo regarding the thieves' whereabouts, some Eorzean merchants told me a rather intriguing tale. Specifically, those returning from Limsa Laminsa bring fell tidings. Tales of able-bodied men and women suddenly losing their vision. An all too familiar account, as the Heartsting allows mastery over all manner of poisons, including those that inflict temporary blindness. Hey, Yonsa. A great deal of training is required to properly utilize the Scorpion's gifts, but the blinding toxin is one of the simplest to wield. Seems to me the brigands are the masterminds of these strange incidents, harnessing the treasure's power for their own nefarious ends. Loshkana, the village elder's daughter, makes for Limsa Laminsa in pursuit of the Heartsting. I intended to set sail with her, but my foot was badly injured by a strange mechanical door during thieves' ambush. Loshkana insisted I remain here to recover, and she would not take no for an answer. Well, here's the thing, Naipin. I am a healer. Your ankle is slightly injured? Do you want that healing? I must ask that you cross the sea in my stead, and provide Loshkana to your aid. Considering that our enemy wields deadly poisons, danger is too great for her to face alone. Based on when she departed, I presume she's arrived at her destination by now. She boarded a merchantman captained by a woman named Abide Brider, who is primarily based in Limsa and Minsa. She may be able to help you locate Loshkana. To Lombi Lascombi. Balbreda. Hi, I'm Balbreda. And if you're planning to sell your Eland services to me and my crew, done. Shit ain't setting sail for a short while. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah, I'm in for a trial with a woman named Loshkana. Hey, she made a crossing with us, trying to receive some sort of treasure, as I recall. Told her Mokazali were the best bet for her latest charter. So you may find her wandering whereabouts. Keen out for it all, unless in a red tunic carrying a spear on her back. She can't have gone too far. Ah, she's all the way down there. Oh, hello there, stranger. Can I help you? Niobean sent you to help, did he? Seems a bit something of a dead end. Your timing couldn't be better. I suppose proper introductions are in order. Then I am Loshkana of Shaktaral. And you are? I am Chip. Pleasure to meet you, Chip. With that, we are strangers no longer. I'm not sure how much Niobean's already told you, but I assume you want to hear more about the day of the theft. My father and Niobean had just set a trap using one of Heartsting's toxins, and were on their way to return the treasure to its resting place. But an evil presence stared in the wilds that night. Mechanical dolls with great glowing eyes leapt from the shadows and gravely wounded them both. My father survived the encounter, thankfully, but he was unable to give chase and convalesces now in my home village. The culprit's faces eluded him in the darkness, but he heard two voices, a man's and a woman's. He recognized neither, so we're certain they aren't from our village. Whoever those two were, they must have been the ones controlling the dolls before making off with the Heartsting. Brook Evu said they're part of the Passage of the Unbound, but I'm afraid that's all I know of the culprits. Still, that may change if I can ascertain the cause of the recent blinding incidents that have occurred here. Unfortunately, I haven't had much luck asking around. Thought of addressing even one person here is, well, overwhelming. When you're from a remote village like mine, the few I've attempted to speak with were too busy to even listen in the first place. You, on the other hand, look ready to take on the world, or at least the city. I'm sorry to ask this of you so soon after we've met, but could you help me gather the latest hearsay at the markets? Many thanks. I'll search the quieter districts for clues in the meantime, and hopefully not get myself lost along the way. Recent chaos in the markets? I'm told the Yellow Jackets have been fully investigating the matter in cooperation with the Adventurers Guild. If you're in a hurry, there's a Yellow Jacket making her rounds up by the way the Fisherman's Guild. She'd be a good one to ask. Okay, so we already know to go to the Fisherman's Guild. But so do we still need to go talk to the other two people? Why, yes, I know about the blinding incidents. I experienced it firsthand. I was rather peckish, so I purchased some fruit from a local stall and took a few bites on my way home. But before I knew it, my vision went dark. I stood there, shaking and crying, terrified of what would happen if the darkness never faded. I thought I was alone until I heard a woman nearby howling with laughter. Fortunately, I didn't suffer for long. Passing adventurer cured my sight with a sooner, and I went about the rest of my day as though nothing happened. But I haven't been able to look at the fruit the same way since. Blinding incidents? I know of them. Start with some bad fruit at a stall in Orca's Alley. A few bites and folks only gone writhing on the ground, like beach sea serpents. Claiming they can't see a bloody thing. Don't blame them for raising hells with a shopweed, neither. All souls couldn't move an ill until the treatment came and they could see properly. Shopkeeper was right furious about the whole ordeal. Took it over his long-time supplier. Escalated to some real spectacle, they did. Turned out the same problem was occurring at other stalls. Fruit from different suppliers. So it don't make sense to pin the blame on individual sellers if the whole supply chain's tainted. Even now, nobody knows what's causing it. We're in business, I tell you. The investigation of Hawker's Alley has proven successful, but you sense there is more to be found. Seek out the Yellow Jacket on patrol, who may have further details on the blinding incidents. To the Fisherman's Guild! "12 be good. You're Chip Chippy Chopper, aren't you? The Chip Chippy Chopper? It's an honor to meet the realm's most vaunted hero up close. Is there aught I can assist you with? I hear all sorts on my rounds. So if it's information you're after, you've come to the right person." Oh, yes, the serial blindings. They're causing a terrible ruckus around here. You know, a woman in red came this way a few moments ago to ask about the very same. I take it you two are acquainted? I thought so. As I told her, another incident was reported yesterday morning. The victim bought fruit from a local vendor, took a few bites, then temporarily lost all vision, same as the rest. The vendor in question was last seen to the south of the Octant, so I'm headed there next to follow the trail. You're welcome to join me if it'll help your investigation. So it looks like this person has a vendetta against fruit. How dare those merchants sell fruity things? Uh-oh. He's paralyzed. We've got to do something. But I have no talent for healing magics, and I don't have any spine drops on me either. Perhaps Asuna might do the trick? Okay. Here you go. One Asuna. You're cured! Now if only I could work on my blindness. I'm healed! I'm healed! Oh, thank the 12, and you lot, of course. Excellent work, Chip. On behalf of the Yellow Jackets, I owe you my thanks as well. Now, I hate to ruin the mood, but I'll need to report this to my superiors. Could you tell us what transpired here before we found you, sir? It was awful. Just awful, I tell you. I was walking home after another arduous day at work, minding my own business, when a Lalafell merchant suddenly called out to me. It was a fucking Lalafells. I knew those things were evil. Wait a minute. You, my good man, look exhausted, he said. Why not soothe your weary spirit and fill your empty belly with one of the realm's sweetest apples? Wait. Are we going... Are all of these based on fairy tales? It is, isn't it? All of these are based on fairy tales. There's going to be loads of fucking Lalafells. Oh my god. I figured it out. I don't know, it feels like it is. It feels like these role quests are based on fairy tales. Or at least loosely. Because now we have poisoned apples. The last one was based on, maybe. 'Twas a tempting sales pitch, but I wasn't keen to gamble on potentially cursed fruit. Sensing my apprehension, he proudly declared his merchandise safe to eat. He sounded sincere enough, even took a bite of the apple himself. No tainted fruit here, he boasted. Just normal, honest-to-God's produce. He sold me the apple at a reasonable discount, and all seemed well. That is, until I took my first bite. A numbness spread through my body like wildfire. I collapsed to the ground, struggling to speak a single word. The vendor and his fruit had suddenly betrayed me, yet I knew not how. Thus far, I have done the range DPS and the tank one. Because the range DP, that's why I'm just like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. As I fell, a woman's shrill laughter echoed from a few yards away, and the vendors soon followed. I never saw the woman for myself, what with the whole not being able to move business, but between her laughing fit she made mention of a heartsting or some such. Oh, you poor dear. And this woman you mentioned, you're positive she spoke the word heartstring? As surely as the wind blows, for a mercy, neither she nor her vendor friend tried to steal my belongings. But they've certainly stole my dignity. I hope those conniving charlatans get what's coming to them. This is dangerous fruit we're dealing in. First blindness, now paralysis? But first things first, I should escort this man home. If you've a mind to pursue the perpetrators further, then have care out there, alright? Oh my goodness, no, no, hi, no, hi! Oh my goodness, no, hi! There's no doubt about it then. Our thieves are at large, right here in Limsa Laminsa. The blinding toxin is simple enough to master, but it's unsettling how quickly they've learned to inflict paralysis as well. I just don't see what purpose this all serves. Were you able to learn anything of their motives? So they take pleasure in their victim's pain, but nothing more. At least nothing more that we know of. Whatever their true aim may be, we must discover it quickly, before more victims suffer at their hands. A hunter must adapt to their environment if they wish to snare their prey. But I have so much to learn about this place. Still, I've tracked them this far, which is a good start. For the time being, I'd like to petition those officers in yellow for any new information they acquire on the Hardsting's whereabouts. When we come across any promising leads, I hope I can count on your support again. Yums. Say, Chip, can you spare a moment? I'll try to start on a positive note then. The good news is there have been no further incidents involving poison fruit. I should be happy about that, but it's not exactly conducive to cracking down our thieves. Despite my best attempts, my investigation's at a standstill. Chip! That's me. I bring news from the Coral Tower. A Lalafellin man matching the description of that fruit vendor was seen leaving the city with a Huron woman. It seems they were making for Aleport. We've increased patrols of late, so if I had to guess, the culprits are finding it harder to operate within the city. Seems we've forced them to withdraw for the time being. Aleport, you say? That's on this island, isn't it? Yes, that's right. It's possible to go on foot, but the ferry by the Fisherman's Guild can take you straight there. While we Yellow Jackets must continue to keep an eye on things here, it's reassuring to know an adventurer of Chip's caliber is on the case. If you plan to pursue the suspects, Aleport's your best bet. That said, I should get back to work. It was an honor to meet you and your friend Chip. You and your friend Chip. God damn it. Safe travels to you both, and give those crooks a good thrashing for me. The City of Protectors place so much trust in your abilities. I'm lucky to have you on my side. When I first set sail for Eorzea, I feared I'd never see the Heartsting again, but we're one step closer to bringing it home. In any event, we'd best find our way to the port town before that pair of troublemakers defiles yet another fruit supply. I need to have a sip real quick. Give me a second. I'll go on ahead and take the ferry. Meet me in Aleport once you're ready. Ah, there you are, Chip. You're a welcome sight among such unfamiliar scenery. The ferry skipper was eager to teach me all about this area on a ride here, so I believe I have a general idea of what's what. Wouldn't want to lose my bearings on a hunt this important. I asked him about our merchants, but he said he hadn't seen a pair like that. The skipper did mention another merchant, though. One who's well versed in the comings and goings of his fellow traders. If anyone sighted our unlikely duo, it's him. Let's hope it's enough to put us on the culprit's trail again. The merchant we seek should be peddling his wares by the gates to Skull Valley, so let's start there. You there! I have questions. Yeah, can I help you? While the fella and the aura twirling together. No, I've spied them. Though I've never seen them before, certainly made an impression. Sold some potions and elixirs to a pair of frustrated adventurers. On the cheap, from what I could tell. If those merchants really are our culprits, then those potions are most likely tainted with toxins. Toxins, you say? I don't know well. Adventurers are bought them. Rhoda named Wiselam, and a conjurer named Zerig. Already left for the next job. Said her escorting one of the local farmers over to Swiftperch. They're good lads, two of them. Been making life easy as small talk here even ever since they arrived. And he ate something see happen to him. Someone needs to warn him about those potions right quick. Leave that to us. Swiftperch is southeast of here, yes? Let's find them before the poison takes hold. Yeah, that I think they're probably already going to had a nice little sippy. I think they have probably sipped those potions already. Hey Noel, I'm gonna give you a drink. Just trust me, okay? Just could you sip this potion? No? Fuck you mean no? What if I just pop that right there? Astrologian. Actually, what would you say is the most blinding class? Astrologian or White Mage? And I'm talking about in general. I'm not including LBs here. So not like Red Mage LB or anything like that. Oh, and God, you found us when you did. Those potion sellers must have swindled us. One draft for elixir was all it took to send Zerig in the most furious hit of hiccups I've ever seen. Poor bastard couldn't cast a single spell. Oh, are you toddling a poor bastard? If the heart sting's toxins are at work here, we should be able to cleanse them with a sooner, just like last time. I'm sorry, did you say... sorry, we'll have plenty of time to chat after Zerig stops hiccuping like a storm. Up a storm. I hate to ask more of you, but if you could cast a sooner on my partner, it'd be most appreciated. That's not sooner, that's a... Okay.
Dad, I am going to boop you.
Nah. I can speak again. You have my thanks. Bloody hells. First we waste our iodine coin on poison potions. And now there are coloured mammoths on the loose. What's the world coming to? Who goes there? Show yourself. Oh, me. Oh my, our spear-wielding friend is sharp of eye. You're the fraud from airport. Why, yes. And watching your scrawny compatriot suffer was the highlight of our evening. Evening. Yeah, okay. I fucked that up, but evening is honestly probably a good fit here. Ah, yes, it's not evening, it's evening. I admit the poison was meant to silence him, but hiccups, 'twas comedy at its finest. Perhaps the elixir reacted with the venom. Regardless, we've had our fill of fun from the results, so I shan't complain. Venom? Then you must be the thieving cowards from the Passage of the Unbound. Oh my, sweet fairy apple, you know us. I suppose that means we're famous. I can't believe it. Oh, who am I kidding? Yes, I can. Indeed. I am the Passage of the Unbound alchemist extraordinaire, the illustrious Ellerite. Ellerite? Yeah, Ellerite. And I'm so very, very pleased to make your acquaintance. Coconoa, at your service. Ellerite's helping hand and master of mimics. Your garb is ever so familiar to me, my dear. Ah, don't tell me. You hail from that little village in Toral, don't you? My goodness, you've come a long way. How was the voyage? Enjoying the sights? Enough. You've got a lot of explaining to do. Starting with the reason you took the heartstring. Is this part of your organization's grand scheme? Well, the apple bites back. 'Tis true that my unbound compatriots harbour lofty ambitions. Yes, but I have no interest in overthrowing nations. I merely crave the mires of chaos they've promised me. I aim to bring more laughter into this dreary world, one mischief and a few handy poisons at a time. Coconoa and I are having oodles of fun expanding our repertoire of toxic treats. Yet there's no greater kill to our frills than a healer who can whisk our hard work away. Unless, of course, I master a toxin even he can't cure. Oh, I do love a challenge. Now, I hate to leave you, my dears, but our work here is done, and we've a busy schedule ahead of us. Merits to mend, venomous misdeeds to master. Ta-ta for now. No, wait. If this feels like Hildy's and Nashu's daughter or some shit. That stench smells like a corpse just shot itself. Oh, there is too much to bear. Take me home to the Twellswood. While, son, the air is clearer there. Oh no, don't you dare give out on me, Zeri. We've still got a job to do. We mustn't keep our client waiting any longer, but we're in your debt. Thank you again for everything, Miss, Loshkana. And this here is Chip. Take care of each other out there. Much as I'd like to track down the Unbound, I know better than to tread further into their territory without a plan. For now, I think it best we return to Limsa Laminsa. Yeah, that's totally the canonical reason. This is totally Hildy's and Nashu's daughter. With the craziness which is happening between them both. Oh my goodness, Sonic, hi! Sonic, hi! Hello, how are you? Thank you for the support back there, Chip. Suna really does work wonders. And that Ellerit, I can't stop thinking about what she said. My blood boils knowing that this is all some sick game to her. How dare she toy with a heartstring for her own amusement? Honestly, even the youngest children in my village have more sense. Still, we did make progress. Now that the villains have revealed themselves, it will be easier to give chase when they choose to make their next move. In any case, I'll keep you apprised of the latest news as soon as I hear it. We'll be back to the hunt before long. I am doing very good, Sonic. Today is a very goody day. Oh, it's you, Chip. You'll have to forgive the dour mood. I just don't understand it. How is it that Ellerith and Kokonoha can be so grandly reveal their names and identities, yet I remain unable to track them down? I've been following the latest hearsay, but I haven't had much luck. Not a soul has seen them since the incident with Wildsome and Zerig. Man, blah, blah, blah. But that's not to say I've given up entirely. Now that they know I'm on their trail, I suspect they're using my unfamiliarity with the island to their advantage. I dare say they're lying low outside the city. That's why I propose a trip to the Morrowby Dry Docks. Folk here often speak of it, but I've yet to go there myself, so it seems as good as a place of any. If you're game, I'll meet you there. Now, the real reason I'm here is Loshkana wants to see my island sanctuary. Ah, there you are, Chip. While I was waiting for you, this fellow came asking for help. Sorry to trouble you. Oh, my little brother's gone missing. I used an hand finding him. He said he wanted to see the ships I made, so I started showing him around. Next thing I knew, he was gone. That's probably got himself lost. Oh, that poor dear. I know we still have the heart thing to consider, but I'd like to search for this man's brother, if that's all right with you. Much appreciated. I'm sure we'll find him all the faster with your help. You have me thanks. My brother won't say a boo to a goose, so I thought I'd leave his locks on his own. He's got a moppo red hair like mine, so you'll know him when you see him. We'll keep an eye out. I know you're itching to search for him as well, but could I ask you to wait here in case he comes back? Let's split up so we can cover more ground. Good luck. found him. But also ads are about to run. Okay, I'm going to run ads. I'm going to take a break for a few minutes, and I'm going to go get a new sippy from downstairs, and I'm going to have a nice little stretch. So take care of yourselves, peeps. Stay V back in a few. And the Dirk V returns. Hello, 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 hello. I'm scared. Where are you? Huh? Nobody's telling me back to my brother? You found a little one. Shit. I'm so glad he's safe. I just wanted to see the chips my brother was working on. I thought I could see him better from higher up, but I lost my way. Sounds like you've had quite the adventure. But you were very brave today, so I'll tell you a secret. Even grown-ups get lost. I have an awful time learning my way around somewhere new, even with a map. Really? I guess I'm not the only one. Smile. We like to see those. Now, your brother's very worried about you, so can you promise me you won't go wandering off on your own again? I promise. I should say sorry to my brother, too. Let's take him back, then. You're lifesavers, both of you. You deserve a proper reward, but I ain't got much to offer at the moment. Oh, we're in no need of coin. Just some information if you have it. Have you seen a yarn woman and a ladder felling man around the docks in recent days? One is an alchemist and the other a goldsmith. They'd likely have few mammoths with them as well. If not, have you heard any rumors of food or drink that causes ailments when you consume them? Blindness or numbness, perhaps? Eevee noises? Oh my goodness. This skunk has turned into an Eevee? Let's fucking go. Afraid I haven't seen or heard anyone like that. Sorry I couldn't be more help to you. That's alright. Knowing they haven't been around the docks is equally helpful. Well, that's good at least. Trying to navigate, you both find what you're looking for. Any road, two of us ought to be in and out. Thanks again for everything. Good fortune and safe travels to you both. Alright, Vector, if you're Eevee now, I am throwing berries at you. Have a berry, have a berry, have a berry, have a berry. Still no word of the Unbound, but at least we could help those brothers. Children often let their curiosity guide them, which means they'll naturally wander off on their own adventures. I don't blame that man for worrying as much as he did. Something tells me you speak from personal experience. I do, in fact. I'm the oldest sibling in my family. Can't tell you how many times I've had to search for my brothers and sisters when they were growing up. Now that I think of it, I've barely even told you about my family, or my village, or anything, really. I'd be happy to share a few stories if you'd like. The ocean view here is beautiful, so we may as well enjoy the scenery and relax a bit. My people hail from the northern valleys of Shaktaral. We're a close-knit community of hunters for the most part. Children are given spears, well, practice ones, before they even learn to walk, and we hone our tracking skills from a very young age. Is that surprising? Seems second nature to me, but then again, I've encountered my fair share of surprises here as well. Our village rests in a veritable sea of poisonous plants and animals, so the slightest injury on a hunt can prove deadly. Thus, we believe it prudent to begin our training as early as possible. Yet, no matter how skilled we might become, accidents are inevitable. Hardsting proves vital to our survival. Not only does it produce poison, it cleanses it as well. In the right hands, it can dispel some of the deadliest natural toxins known to mankind. It even purifies the beasts we hunt, in fact. Our diet consists of highly venomous creatures, ones that would normally kill a grown adult if ingested. Yummers. Hardsting allows us to lead a quiet, peaceful life in lands where others dare not tread. It always has. I suppose that's why I never imagined someone like Ellerit would take that away from us. When I left, our village food stores were well stocked. I can't bear the thought of my younger brothers and sisters going hungry. I must return to Hardsting as soon as I can, for their sakes. I wish to bring back their smiles and make them feel safe again, just as we did for that young boy. In any case, thank you for listening. Thinking of home puts me in good spirits. As long as I remember who and what I'm here for, I'll be alright. I know it. But I've kept you long enough. I think it's time we made our way back to Limsa, don't you? Oh, yeah, there's no travel there. I just have to walk. Oh, I see Taz is part of the... Taz, why are you part of the Lalafell dancers now? Wait, is that Best Fisher right here? That's not Best Fisher! Bring back Best Fisher. That was a much-needed reprieve, but we'll need to plan for our next destination, and soon. Well now, fancy meeting you here. It's good to see you two again. What brings you to Limsa? Nothing to import, really. Just a bit of restocking before our next job. But we happened to spot you along the way, and didn't want to miss the opportunity to greet our heroes. Our client arrived in Swiftperch in one piece, thanks to your timely assistance. Indeed. While I regret that you had to see us in such a pitiable state, we're both grateful for your aid. When last we met, you spoke of pursuing those two charlatans, did you not? Yes, that's right. They've stolen a precious heirloom from my village, so I'm doing everything in my power to return it to its rightful place. So, that's the way of it. Bombastic as those two were, we've not seen eye nor ear of them in Elport since. No word of any instance like ours, either. But I have a feeling I won't stay in the shadows for long. If we sniff out any suspicious incidents while we're out and about, we'll keep you informed. I won't say no to some extra pairs of eyes around the island. I've made my base of operations here in the city, so if you hear even a peep about the poisoning, you know where to find us. Well, we may not have found any leads on Ellerit, but I'm glad we had a chance to chat. And with Wildsome and Zerrig on our side, things are looking up. For now, I'll keep in touch with our newfound allies. Should I hear any news on our culprits, I'll be sure to let you know. Chip, I'm glad to see you. I've just received word from Wildsome and Zerg. Our culprits have finally been spotted. It seems the thieves headed for Upper Lenosha. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Wildsome and Zerg said I should hang back for now. Once they've gathered enough information, they'll be heading back to Ilport. Let's go and see what news they have to share. To Ilport! No sign of Wildsome and Zerg yet. I don't mean to assume the wares, but I admit I am a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. I say we head out and find them. Miss Loskana, terribly sorry for the delay. My son, Zerg, thank goodness. How did you fare out there? You found Elliot and Kokonoa, yes? Oh, we found them, all right. But it didn't take them long for them to find us. We were set upon by Kokonoa's mammoths. His mechanical menagerie greatly outnumbered us, and may very well have been our end. Death by mammoths isn't an ideal way to go, mind you. So a retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it might sound, we needed to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprit's whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little metal army into a skiff bound for Camp Bronze Lake, and mark my words, they're plotting something new. Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to Eastern Lenosha, and wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead, but a thorough search of the camp would be wise. Alas, the enemy you face is far beyond our capabilities, so this is as far as Wildsome and I will be able to go. I'm sorry we couldn't provide more decisive information. It's a big help, nevertheless. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You've risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits. You needn't dwell on it. We're as eager to bring those criminals to justice as you. Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowing we could point you in the right direction. But we should take our leave for now. Wildsome and I ran most of the way here, and I think I speak for us both when I say we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friends, but I beg you not to underestimate that for our foe. Go well and may your determination guide you to victory. I'm gonna beat them up. I'm gonna heal them. I'm gonna heal them unconscious. Going to explode them with my mind. Camp Bronze Lake. The ferry skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should hurry and seek passage before Ellerit and Kokonoa elude us again. Beat them up and then revive them so you could beat up them again, rinse and repeat. Exactly! That's why I always said with my are you actually tilting your head to the side? I mean, a little bit. I was taking a drink. I was having a sippy. This Dagvi needs hydration. But yeah, Yunsa, I always said if I was a necromancer, I'd be the most, I'd have been the most, like, chaotic evil one ever. Quite literally. Oh, you're not done? Ah, okay. Revives you, beats you up, revives you, beats you up, revives you, beats you up. But yes, I just, I needed a sippy. So, obviously, I tilted my head a little bit. What a lovely camp. Now, if I were a half-crazed alchemist with the heart sting, a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? Uh-oh. Is it just me, or is there pigs flying in the sky? Yeah, it's to laugh. Oh dear, that doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, Chip, quickly! Ah shit, the hot springs have been poisoned! Poisoning the springs? You truly are the lowest of the low. You flatter me. 'Twas just a little poison, really. As a treat. I am afraid I couldn't contaminate all the water here. But we're having oh so much fun with our shiny new hallucinatory toxin. Step away from the springs, Chip. Now. Oh, protecting the healer, are we? How sickeningly sweet of you. But you ought to watch your step as well, my dear fairy apple, lest you find yourself seeing stars. Or, Elliot? Zolta, miss? Oh, yeah. You look absolutely hideous, or should I say adorable. Why, you're as bonny as a porcelain doll. What the hells are you on about? Very interesting. Yes, very interesting indeed. I believe I may have poisoned myself. Now there's a predicament. And guess what? Do you recall those antidotes I prepared at the base? Because I've forgotten to bring them. You are your own worst enemy, do you know that? I suggest we retreat before you decide to dive headfirst into the spring's fun. Unbound scum! You think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos you've caused? Oh, well, yes, actually. Have you seen Ellerit? She's in no state to contend with you, and I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to give chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. Retreat though we must. I would call today a rousing success. But worry you not, my dearest bushel of buzzy bodies. We've plenty more tricks in store for you and the entire island. You cannot tell me this isn't Nashu's and fucking Hilda's daughter. This is with the craziness between them. They are honestly... Ellery has to be the daughter of Hildy and Nashu. Has to be. It genuinely shocks you? It shocked me! I know these role quests are a little goofy, but I wasn't expecting this goofy. Ugh. I don't sense any toxins in the waters anymore, so the spring should be safe again. Will the toxins affect the local wildlife? Seeing as Ellery suffered from a taste of her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the Heartling's power. As such, any poison she produces from it would be relatively weak. Most of her handiwork has already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way those awful unbound smoke bombs dissipate, and thank goodness they do. In more capable hands, however, the Heartling's poison remains active unless dispelled with a Suna or another form of antidote. The same permanence applies to its cleansing abilities throughout food. Now, there's much on my mind, but I think we've bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds of the camp, then talk about our next steps. I'm going to have to look around the spring to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Could I ask you to treat any victims you come across? Oh, fucking hell. Like I said, I know these role quests are goofy, but I wasn't expecting that. Also, hi Mikey, how are you doing? How is that kibby cat? You're laughing, having a sooner. Much appreciated, sir. I wasn't anywhere near the water when it was poisoned, but the toxic steam must have drifted this way. When I heard the rumblings about mysterious mammoths roaming about the camp recently, I was more than a little apprehensive, but I never expected those mammoths' masters would do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping us put the turmoil behind us, and for that you have my thanks. But I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well. You're home for the long weekend? Hell yeah. I am doing goody today. I'm doing very goody. I am also looking forward to the weekend. The laugh weary Lalafell. You! Having a sooner. Oh, thank the gods. I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death at the placement for healing. But at least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after the ones who did this. You're either very brave or very reckless, but I'm inclined to assume the former. Any road, all that laughing has exhausted me, so I may as well take a break from my soak. Thank you again for your kindness, and may the navigator keep you. And you also get an Asuna. My costumed compatriots, they're gone. Farewell, my visions. May you revel on in my memory. They say laughter is the best medicine, though I feel far worse than before. Many thanks for putting an end to it. I think I've earned myself another soak and an extra flagon of mulled wine. Pleasant travels to you, healer. There she goes. Thinking about SE is making my Friday worse. Tell me something funny. I think you have already experienced the funny with this quest, Null. Tell you something funny. Mikey having a chance of being a top. How goes the healing, Chip? Wonderful. I'm glad it soon proved effective. For my part, I've given the springs a thorough look. Toxins have dissipated completely, so the bathers should be safe from here on out. You've not been watching because busy? I understand. I give you gentle belly rub and I hope your day gets better. As for Ellery and Kokonoa's antics, I have a moment to reflect on everything. Now that our work is done, do you have a moment to chat? I'm well versed in the numbing and blinding poisons we use on our hunts at home, but something kept troubling me about Ellery's toxin. I've never seen anything like it. I had no idea it even existed amongst the Scorpion's gifts. Ellery's may be inexperienced, but the fact she's learned to inflict hallucinations is a cause for concern. Still, we should try to look to the bright side. She's yet to discover the Heartsting's cleansing properties. Judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments, knowing her as we do, I reckon she only has toxic trickery on her mind. Taking a break from lawn work to vibe in the AC while equipment battery recharges? Hell yes. Get nice and cool. Make sure you stay hydrated as well. Kokonoa, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. Do you recall the man in Limsa Laminsa who ate the poisoned apple? He claimed that Kokonoa took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. He must have some manner of immunity. But how? Traditional Dunesfolk families often drink poison teas to build tolerance. But yes, this reminds me of the attempt on the Sultana's life. That's quite the tale, so the real poison was switched for a sedative with similar properties. And as a Dunesfolk, she regularly ingested small amounts of toxins to build a resistance against such things, which allowed her to awaken from her coma? Florida heat is balls. Honestly, we had a heat wave here in the UK a few weeks ago, so I understand your pain. And if the heat wave is any indication of what it's going to be like in summer, I kind of want to get a fucking AC unit for my house. I need one. With how bad it got, I need one. Yo, Mikey, can we swap hemispheres real quick? You know, it's cold over there. Yeah, I don't remember this actually mentioned at all. Like, even Journey Your Own Reborn story, I don't remember anything like that. Maybe, did I have that extra dialogue because of the fact that I am a Lalafell? I don't know. I didn't realize Kokonoa might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why Ellery's tricks don't seem to affect him. Few in my village would ever think to consume potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on Ernstine's power. Yet the Dunes folk do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approaches to poison, the more fascinating it becomes. But I have a feeling the bathers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've just been through. Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa Laminsa? It wasn't a Lalafels got ya. 'Twas just a coincidence. I know I've been anxious to ascertain Alfie's whereabouts, but things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout the whole ordeal was a welcome one, Chip. What was not so welcome were Eloise's parting words. What if she has planned for the whole island? It can't possibly be good. Her acts of mischief have only grown worse since I arrived in the city. I must take the Heartsting back before she causes any lasting harm. Of course, it was Walsum and Zerig's efforts that led us to Eloise, so I'll have to thank them when I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down our unruly thieves and report to you as soon as I am able. Today is a funny day. Why is it a funny day? What is so hee-hee-ha-ha? What is so ha-ha-hee-hee? I'm glad you're here. I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough in our search. Or I'd like to think so. This won't come as a surprise, but Elric and Coconoa went back into hiding after the Bronze Lake incident. With all their grandstanding, I wasn't expecting them to lay low for so long, but I doubt they'll keep it that way. Fortunately, we have prior experience to guide us. Until now, our culprits have travelled all over Vilbrand, and I don't appear to be retracing their steps. I hear Costa del Sol attracts many visitors, so that seems a likely target. They say it's owned by an entrepreneur named Gigariju. Perhaps we can ask if he spied anything out of the ordinary. Don't want to go see Gigariju. I don't want to go see him! Damn it! Today is the day the Red Dragon appeared. Ah. What picturesque scenery. I hadn't expected Costa del Sol to be so grand. From what I gather, Gigaruju should be up ahead. I don't suppose you've already acquainted with him. For better or for worse, yes. That's not very encouraging, but as long as you're on good enough terms, I'm sure we'll be fine. In any case, let's be on our way. Well, if it isn't our favourite intrepid adventurer, what business brings you to my abode? Why, yes, I did spy that lovely specimen over here. Alas, I was so entranced by her feminine wiles that I cannot recall any entourage of Lalafellinmam or Mammoths. But that I never drank that wine she so graciously gifted me. Single sip and I saw so many stars. I thought them wonderful in those first blissful moments. Still thinking about how one of the summer quests had him and a woman friend of his spying on people at the beach. Why do you think I just... Why do I have to read this? Why did I say I would read out and voice act any lines? Okay. I partook of the drink amongst my retinue of kittens. Yet as the rush of stars subsided, I found myself surrounded by a flock of unfamiliar faces instead. At first, I presumed the wine caught up to me faster than I had anticipated. But time passed, and the unknown faces stubbornly remained. I dashed across the shore in terror. In the midst of the mayhem, I could hear her, the wine-wielding beauty, maniacally laughing in the distance with some other chap. I feared these cackles would be the last thing I ever heard. The wine that makes you gay, yeah. Which is precisely why I found it appropriate to slap the scent back into him. Judging by the way Master Gigaruju was darting around all the time at the time, I suspected he'd been in his cups. Drank the whole bloody bottle too. So, if you wish to investigate the wine itself, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Can you blame me? Questionability of her wine aside, that woman was immaculate, a sight for sore eyes. Any gentleman of taste would have fallen for her tricks. Thought we may lack the drink in question. We've received reports of mammoths roaming Raincatcher Gully not long after the incident. If you intend to investigate this further, you'd certainly be doing us a favour. Any news of the wayward mammoths is promising for us. We'll give the gully a look and relay to you whatever we find. Godspeed out there. Then our next destination is clear. But before we depart, Chip, might I have a word? Fucking Gigaruju, man. Based on Gigaruju's accounts, it's safe to say Elorit's discovered a new poison. While similar to the hallucinatory toxin she used at Bronze Lake, it strikes terror into the hearts of its victims instead. I have a bad feeling about this. She's gaining proficiency with the hard sting at an alarming rate, so we must tread carefully when we next cross paths with her. As for the mammoths, Kokonoha doesn't seem the type to send them wandering around aimlessly. That's why I think they're bound to have some clues on them. If we can track those mammoths down in Raincatcher Gully, we may be able to discern what those two are planning next. So, there it is. Gigaruju is scared of men. What did I join into? Hi, Fennec. Maybe we should assume his homophobia. Yep. Gigaruju is homophobic. Cast a sooner on him. He's just scared of men. You weren't part of this. Go away. Why is he so heterochromia? Ah, yes. Beautiful Gigaruju with homophobia in his eyes. I think we've cleared out the mammoths. How fared your hunt? I have river survey notes. So they've been keeping a record of the island's rivers. Oddly enough, the mammoths I came across were patrolling the river as well. Now that they've tested their poisons on Bronze Lake Springs, do they mean to take to the rivers next? Seems that way. Uh-oh. My, that dart was laced with a potent numbing toxin. But nothing bruises our favourite fairy apple, it seems. You never cease to amaze and annoy me in equal measure. She's like to have the same manner of immunity as I. Her village was positively brimming with poisonous flora and fauna, after all. I have a request for you, my dears. Would you please give up on your little trinket? Pretty, please. I wish to only revel in the fruits of my devilry, yet you continue to spoil my every attempt. And trust me, I despise our conflict as much as you do. Indeed, do you think we enjoy watching our finest mammoth suffer at your hands? Enough! If you truly wanted to end this, you'd hand over the heart sting. Scorpion's gifts weren't meant for a petulant, childish criminal like you. Fine, then. No more Miss Nice Ellerite. But to answer me this. Who have my antics killed, No one? I remind you so. Why must you refuse me? Why must the world refuse me? Our blighted society has never looked fondly upon my love for mischief. For years I despaired, until my unbound family and its leader granted me the greatest gifts of all, love and understanding. So long as I remain unbound, I care not for what the wretched masses think. I shall play my tricks as my heart desires, and all who stand in defiance will know my wrath. That includes you, my dears. My next scheme will finally plunge this island into the chaos I so desperately crave, and I will stop at nothing to see it realized. Ta-ta! Stop throwing bombs at me! I should be immune to bombs at this point with the amount of Hildebrand quests I've done. I fully complete the Hildebrand quests up to current. Sorry to worry you, Chip. I'm feeling much better now. I'm ashamed I didn't sense that mammoth's presence quickly enough, but I'm glad you came out of the ambush unscathed. That aside, I wish they didn't use such putrid smoke to make their exits. I don't know if my nose or my stomach can take any more of those awful bombs. With Ellerite and Kokonoa gone, I doubt we'll be able to find much else here. Let's return to Costa del Sol and inform them of the latest. I should just be immune to having bombs thrown at me at this point. Please tell me I don't need to see Gigaruju again. Fuck! Shall we report to Gigaruju? Back already? Oh, fortuitous or ominous or both even. I take it you found those wayward mammoths? Yep, all exploded. So they ain't Vilbrand's waterways, are they? After the recent poison at Camp Bronze Lake, we have reason to believe the culprits are planning to make Vilbrand's rivers their next target. So, culprits are one and the same then. I'd had my suspicions since I caught wind of the incident at Warm Wine Springs. Regardless, this bodes ill. May not know which of these rivers they'll strike until it's too late. Well, I shall not stand for any more preposterous poisonings. 'Twould be prudent to inform the Maelstrom of these potential horrors. The one who poisoned you? Her name is Eloise. She stole something precious from my village, and I must recover it.
Dad, I was out on a walk and this guy walked up to me and held my hand and looked me in the eyes. Then he said, serve, save, slave, slay, and then shook his head and walked away. I wonder what that was all about.
I don't know, Fish. It sounds like something you shouldn't really worry about. Definitely, definitely don't follow him. If you learn anything of her whereabouts or her plans in the coming days, anything at all, I'd like to hear of it as well. Hell's bent on finding her, eh? Brave one you are. Oh, I couldn't possibly deprive a lovely lady of the information she requires. Worry not, for my servants shall sally forth in your general direction the moment they hear of Eloise's newest misdeeds. Oh, thank you. That'd be much appreciated. It's going to be an uphill battle, but we can't afford to let Eloise and Kokonoa elude us any further. Come, Chip, it's back to Limsa with us. You ought to be scared if a guy walks towards me and begins chanting. Also, good mornings. Morning to you, Orange. Orange, when you pick up Final Fantasy XIV again, definitely don't go to Heavensward and pick up the Dark Knight quest. Just whatever you do, just totally just don't go do that. Not at all. Also, hi Orange, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a wonderful night. And I hope you are having a wonderful day. Yeah, just whatever you do, don't go and do that. Thank you as always for your support, Chip. Gigaruju was interesting, to say the least, but I'm glad we obtained the information we needed. I don't know why I allowed Eloise to say her piece. I should have swallowed my pain and taken up my spear. We could have apprehended her right then and there, yet... There's no more room for mistakes. The longer Ellery lurks in the shadows, the greater the threat becomes. Countless lives are at risk. The next time we find her, we end her tricks once and for all. For now, I'll remain here and await news from Costa del Sol. I am doing very goody today, Orange. I am doing my Dawn Trail role quests. I am having a wonderful day, and they are certainly something. Though I will say you missed a few funny hee-hee moments, so if you want to see them later, obviously go check the VOD. But you are here now, and that's what matters. Hello there, Chip. I've been on the lookout for anyone Costa del Sol, but nothing yet. Perhaps we should travel over there ourselves, just in case. Master Chip, Mistress Lurskana. And thank you for the resub, Orange. Very much appreciated. I give you a squish. Forgive me the sudden entrance, but I bring a message from Master Gigaruju. Your quarry has been sighted in eastern Lenosha. Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't leave early. Thank you for bringing word. Where in eastern Lenosha were they last seen? Not if you squish me first. Yeah, well, squishes you. Should have been faster. It's that simple. Gives you a squish, gives you a squish, gives you a squish. Squishes you. Master Weascat, but recently received a report from Mistress Brayflox, a trusted associate of his. We're told a number of inbreakers with fighty tools and tinkerdolls infiltrated Herr Longstop. We have little doubt the inbreakers and tinkerdolls she speaks of are Ellerit and her troop. I see. Then we'd best find this Brayflox and soon. Indeed. You're late to find her by the entrance to Herr Longstop in Raincatcher Gully. My master and his associates wish you good hunting. I win this one. Let's fucking go. That's alright, you can squish me later. We should get a first-hand account from Brayflox as well. Perhaps she'll have more to tell. Let's be off, Chip. I get to go see the gobbies. I get to go see Brayflox. She's so sweet and hands you a bomb for a treat. Brayflox is so kind-hearted. Happy Starlight. Here's your present. That's right. It's a pipe bomb. That's why that one Roy was a fucking... You are so right. And a gobby friend returns to Longstop. Yeah. Don't know the context of that, but that was funny. Yeah, don't worry about it, smiley face. Also, I just realized the ads are about to run. God damn it. I will run the ads here and I will continue after the ads are done. Yeah, the context is definitely context. Final Fantasy XIV has some very funny lore points, and we recently found out that Gigaruju is homophobic. Exclamation mark undo ads. You have already done that. You've already done that. You're a subscriber. You don't get ads. Unless you did get ads, and then that's oopsie. You didn't? Okay, good, because I know Twitch sometimes has that where people will subscribe and then still get ads regardless. But I'm glad it worked for you fine. But yeah, the notes, the lore points which we've had in this quest and the goofiness have certainly been something. Sorry. Huh? The what, Null? The what quest? What are you talking about? Again, what are you talking about? I am concerned at what you mean. Also, please be, if this is genuinely something, please it's a quest about a man with a big weapon in his pants. Yeah, that's my quest. That's my quest, actually. All right, welcome back from Stinky Joe peeps. So, this is Brayflox. I told her she reminded me of a moblin, but I got a bit of a scolding for that. Not mobbies, she said. Gobbies. Yes, a Realm Reborn certainly had quests. Yes, it did. Yes, gobbies, and gobbies require hand lending to backstrike at the inbreakers. Inbreakers bring big flock of tink dolls to say it for water gush. Water gush? Does Ellerite mean to poison the island's water source? This must be why they were researching the rivers. If the toxins are strong enough, anyone or anything that draws near the water would grow terribly ill. All of Vilbrand would fall into disarray. Poison makes no good for Gobbyflock, no good for Vilbrand. Now our heart's in need of many punishings. This goes far beyond trickery. We must end Ellerite's ambitions here and now. I doubt she'll come quietly, and she has the Heartsting at her disposal, but with your aid ship, I know we can take it back. As soon as you're ready, we'll storm the long stop. Solo instance! I wonder what kind of weapon that one. A big one. Well, this is it. Ready to storm the long stop, Chip? Yes. Don't you fucking wave at me. There they are. Oh, I knew bringing those bits and bobs of battle was a good idea. If you're after some manner of surrender with heartfelt embraces and handing over of magic heirlooms, you've come to the wrong long stop, my dear. You monster! You plan to poison every waterway in Vilbrand, don't you? But of course! The trick is to let the poison stew for a few bells. With a healthy helping of those tantalizing toxins and a dollop of advanced alchemical processes, poof! This eyesore of an island will get a taste of my finest work yet. My latest masterpiece neither dissipates nor evaporates, and no amount of inherent immunity can save you from its influence. It may be safe for the touch, but one tiny sip will have you begging for mercy. That's no jest, by the way. I won't begin to describe what manner of havoc the experimental doses wreaked on me, but I will look forward to seeing how it affects the general populace. Oh yes, the residents of Limsa Laminsa and its adorable little hamlets rely on this water, so very many people, blissfully unaware of what's to come. And every single one of those wretches will be at the mercy of our malice. Every single one. If she unleashes those toxins into the waterways, this is going to end up far worse than Bronze Lake. Playtime's over, Ellie Reeds. Your precious scorpion once hunted prey with these poisons, yes? Perhaps I should learn from its example and revel in the thrill of the chase. I suspect that's my cue to back away. I'd rather watch the chaos unfold from a safe distance. Ta-ta. These venomous gifts keep on giving. My very ether is infused with their essence. So now, my dears. Ellery to Venomheart. Oh. It's time I hunt you for a change. Time to kick their ass. Focus on healing? Okay. One day you'll make me do the quest, huh? Uh-oh. No, no, stop that, stop that. Oh. What the hell? She drugged me. Oh. there they go. I mean, we already had one who did that. Boink! And GG. But yeah, this is Astrologian. Enough, Elliot. We must escape while we still can. Smoke bomb, quickly. Fine. Have it your way. No! Wait, that's a goblin maid! Wait, uh-oh. Hey, Somna. And they're blasting off again! Absolute cinema. You'll rue the day you made enemies of the unbound! She's left quite the mess behind her. Nothing the art sting can't detoxify, though. Let's hurry and clear away the poison. Yeah, honestly, Somna, good fucking thing as well. Because these relics, anything that Ral Vidral can do, are fucking scary. Even when Valigamanda came out, that was fucking scary. I was worried. There you are, Chip. Okay, I'm running once we had the explosion, but I'm pleased to say yes, you're none the worse for wear. How many of these are you completed? I've done the range DPS and I've done the tank one. So I've done the armadillo and the narwhal. Ellery and Coconut picked up the wrong explosive. We should consider ourselves fortunate that goblin bombs resemble unbound smoke bombs. But here's the thing, Loshkana, they don't. Gobby booms and friendly faces win the day. Inbreakers go flying skyward. We made our rounds of Longstop as well. Enemy mammoths patrolling the place have all gone lifeless. Oh, treasure is safe, I trust. They do when you're doped up on 24 mystery tonics, so true. Yes, thanks to Chip's support. Very good. Should those troublemakers survive the impending fall, they won't pose the same threat without it. If they do happen to show their sorry faces round here again, I've notified the Yellow Jackets to be on the lookout for them. They send their regards and their deepest gratitude, of course. But yeah, Orange, this is Astrologian, one of my favorite healing classes outside of White Mage. White Mage and Astro are the two I usually play. But I love Astrologian. The heart sting is safe again. Thank you for everything, Chip. And thank you too, Brave Flocks. I might not have found Eloise and Kokonoa without you. Oof. Brave Flocks, happy gives hand lending. Important for all gobbies to offer hand lending to fellow gobby friends. It's an honor to be counted among your gobby friends. Now, as eager as I am to get the heart sting safely back to Chiral, I'd like to say my goodbyes to everyone here first, if that's all right. Vitul and Zerig deserve to know how everything transpired in the end. For one thing, shall we make our way to Aelport? Bye, Brave Flocks. Well met, you two. How fares the hunt for Illirit? Sent them flying, did you? Now those are what I call good tidings. To think they'd confuse a goblin explosive for their own smoke bombs. Serves them right, I say. With Miss Loshkana's heirloom returned, we can breathe a collective sigh of relief. I, for one, am pleased there will be no more risk of poisoned elixirs. I wouldn't have wished those hiccups on my worst enemy. By the by, Miss Loshkana, I knew you travelled far to get here, but I didn't realize you hailed from Chiral. That's quite a voyage. Will you be heading home soon? Yes, that's right. Vilbrand is a fascinating place, but my village is probably worried sick about me. And the Heartsting of two, of course. Oh, your time here was short. You'll be sorely missed. We still have much to learn, but one day perhaps we might find our way to Chiral as well. Oh, that would be wonderful. And when you do, I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. And you. We had a feeling you were no ordinary adventurer. Imagine how surprised when we learned you were the savior of the realm himself. One of our Yellow Jacket acquaintances boasted about meeting the Warrior of Light while investigating serial poisonings, and that's when it dawned on us. She sent her regards, by the way. We've miles to go before we reach your lofty heights. For God's willing, we'll try to rise to the challenge. Indeed, you've given me much to aspire to as a fellow healer, and I shall do my utmost to follow your shining example. Be well, you two, and may we meet again on distant shores. Thank you for both of your help. I'll never forget it. It's time I returned to Tuliolo. It would mean the world to me if you'd come too, Chip. I wouldn't want to report our success to Nyapine without you. Was it Nyapine? I don't know, some of these names are a little bit confusing. Loshkana and Chip as well. Your combined presence here can only mean one thing. Chip and I have brought the Heartsting home. So you have. So you have. I regret that I could not assist you, but I am relieved that all is well. Words cannot express my gratitude to you both. Taking back the heartsting was no easy task, but I learned a great deal on my journey to Eorzea. One of the Unbound, a man called Kokonoa, possessed an inherent immunity to poison, built up by years of regularly ingesting small amounts. Rather than relying solely on the Scorpion's gifts to detoxify us, perhaps we might learn from those traditions and build up a stronger immunity of our own. It would be prudent to prepare ourselves in case something like this ever happens again. If we're to continue living among the deadly, perhaps it's time we found new ways to overcome the challenges we face. Throughout my life in the village, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the Heartsting, but I now understand that Scorpion's gifts can easily become a curse in the wrong hands. Its power can poison a single water source, threaten countless lives on a whim. Yet at the same time, its detoxifying powers can save just as many. I began to wonder, could the Heartsting provide succor outside our village? Should it? Or will the risks prove too great? Excellent question, Zol. Knowing what the Heartsting is capable of outside our borders, we must consider this carefully. Future of our people. I am certain your father will wish to speak more of it upon our return. As you can see, our community has much to consider if we're to keep thriving. But for the moment, I'm simply glad the Heartsting is back in Chiral, and I can't thank you enough for your help. Until I met you, I'd never hunted alongside a healer, but knowing I had your support filled me with courage. Yours is a Heartsting presence, one I'm going to miss dearly. You have my gratitude and my trust, Chip. Now and forever. But as much as I'd like to, I won't keep you any longer. Nippine and I have a long trek home. I wish you all the best, and I hope, no, I know we'll meet again someday. Honestly, that seems like one of the best theories I've heard in a long while. They went berserk, their powers went, you know, over the top. Yeah, they're not primals. They're just beings with immense power. And in all seriousness, as well as this, I enjoyed the healer one. I enjoyed this one. The healer Dawn Trail Role Quest was one of the best ones I've had thus far. I really enjoyed doing this one. Alright, what have I got left to do? I have melee DPS. And magic DPS to do. I will decide which one I'm going to do next week. But for now, I don't know which one I'm going to do. I'll decide which one I'll do next week. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing the healer quest. This one was my favorite up to now. Not just in terms of goofiness and everything like that. It was actually one of the most interesting. This one was really goody. But yeah, obviously that is the role quest done for the week. I will continue doing them next week. In the meantime, over the weekend, what do I have to do? Over the weekend, I'm going to have a look at my streamer bot. I want to implement a new system for the berry reward. I love this Final Fantasy XI video that keeps popping up on my timeline. Could you send it over to me? I decided that I'm not actually going to pick up Final Fantasy XI, but I'm still sort of interested in it. So I do want to see it. Null, while you're at it, friendly reminder that you still owe me a sound redeem. It's still there. I'm waiting. Because you said you were going to send it and you didn't. Oh shit, you got it. You got getted. Got. Thought it expired, so I gave up. I never said it expired. You never asked me. I told you about free. I told you about free time. What do you mean you sent it? Send the video. I see. But yeah, sound redeem hasn't expired, but this is one of the last times that I'm going to be reminding you. So do it, or else I will just expire it. You have a week. But yeah, next week, obviously, I'll be doing more Final Fantasy XIV. I will also... I don't think I kind of want to go back to Replicant. I think I just might watch the last ending. As for Automata, I'm still interested in the series. I am, but at the same time, I don't know when I kind of want to go to it, or if it's a game that I just want to be playing on stream. I'm unsure yet. I will decide. It could be a game that I just do off stream and just enjoy in my own time. But I've definitely been enjoying playing The Binding of Isaac again, so I'll probably implement that back into my streams. Because, you know, I've still got quite a bit to do before I even complete Dead God on some of the characters, so teehee. It was very fun. I enjoyed playing. But yeah, in the meantime, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will be back next week. Obviously, keep an eye out on the Discord for the schedule. For the next Unreal run, I will decide on a time when I'm going to be running that. And I will try to gather interest, because only about 4 other people came back to me when I put the pings out. So I will need to recruit some more people in. But yeah, in the meantime, everybody have a wonderful weekend. I will be back next week. Bye bye from moi.